This should be a real short one today. Okay, 3.5c. And we are going to factor a trinomial, and that's what we're going to call this. Factoring. And we've actually factored trinomials before, but these are kind of more general trinomials. These are not like special cases. This is not difference of two squares. It's not perfect square or anything like that, okay? It's just a basic everyday plain old trinomial. So let me show you how we do this. All right. Again, we've done trinomials before. If you look in the book, this is example 9. Guys, let's pay attention, please. So what we're going to do is this. I tell you what, I'm going to leave that just for a second. Let me do this. What if I went x plus 2? I'll just make this super easy. I'm going to go the other way. Let's just do a little multiplication here. This is FOIL method. Done this 100 times, right? So if you FOIL, what do you get? X squared plus the outside is 3x plus the inside is 2x plus the last terms is plus 6. What do we get? X squared plus 5x plus 6. You with me? Let's do another one. Just to see a pattern. I just want you to see a pattern here. Okay? Let's do it again. I'm just going to go super easy. X plus 1 times x plus, let's go 4 this time. We'll use different numbers, okay? Let's multiply it together. I get x squared plus 4x plus 1x plus 4. And I get x squared plus 5x plus 4. All right. What I want to do is this. How in the world would we go from the answer to the question? We need to see if there's some kind of pattern that's developing here. Okay? Let's take a look at the 6 and the 5 and the 2 and the 3. Okay? I'll tell you right now, since we're running out of time, I'm not going to ask you. What if I multiplied? Let me ask you this. Let's just look at the 6 and the 5. Is there a relationship between the 6 and the 5? Well, if I took 2 and 3 and multiplied it together, I would get 6, wouldn't I? Do you see that? So 2 times 3 is 6. And if I take those same two numbers, 2 plus 3, I get what? 5. Let's do the same thing right here. Okay? Now watch. Now watch. Listen. What if I take 4? Now, what I have to do is I got to think. Now, you see the numbers already right here, okay? So this is kind of helpful because you already see what they are. But look at this. If I take 1 times 4, that equals 4, okay? This number right here. And then I take 1 plus 4, and that's going to equal what? 5, this number right here. So what are we trying to do? Listen. Running out of time. I need you to listen. Don't make me stop. Stop, please. So what are we going to do here? Now, we don't know what those numbers inside here are going to be. First of all, what's the first one going to be? X and X, okay? They're both positive, so I'm going to put plus, just to make it easy. What I got to do is this. I got to find two numbers that when I multiply them together, they're going to equal that last one, and when I add them together, they're going to be that middle one. So what you have to do, you got to just go through. It's not that hard. There's not that many options here, okay? You got to go through the options for 10. What times what is 10? Well, 1 times 10 is 10. What else is 10? 5 times 2. Which one of these are you going to use in order to add up to be a 7? 10 and 1 doesn't add up to 7. 4 and 3? 4 and 3 don't multiply to be 10. We got to figure out what. You're still talking. Okay? It's 5 and 2. That's right. So this is the thing that you have to think through. Listen, it takes some thinking. Some are easier than others. You have to think, what times what is 10? And those same two numbers have to add up to be 7. And they would be what? 5 times 2 is 10. And 5 plus 2 is 7. Those are my two numbers that I'm going to pick. So 1 goes here and 1 goes here. And that's how you get from the answer like this to the question. This is factored. It's now factored, isn't it? Let's do one more. X squared minus 6x plus 8. Let's do this real quick. Here we go. There's several things that multiply to be 8. There's 8 times 1, There's 2 times 4. So go ahead, Hannah. Okay, 4 and 2. But listen, you got a minus here though, right? So, and you got a plus here. So it's going to be negative 4 times what? Negative 2. That equals positive 8, and negative 4 plus negative 2 equals, so that's my number. So one's going to be a negative 4, the other is going to be a negative 2, and that's how you factor. Okay, so your homework, you're going to do page 56. You're going to do number 39 to 49. There's not that many, just the odds, okay? There it is. It's just a very, very simple assignment.